Good morning and welcome to the Perivis Brief, where we bring you the key corporate updates that matter in just a few minutes. Please note that this is AI generated content and may contain factual inaccuracies. Always consult original data before making investment decisions. We'll take you through the key corporate news, but before that, a word from our technical analyst.
Here's a quick look at yesterday's market action. Among the standout movers, measured Hatu Nigman Metals and Mining gained nearly 15%. Garden Reach Shipbuilders and HPL Engineering from Capital Goods each advanced over 12%. TVS Holdings and Automobiles and Components rose almost 13%. On the downside, Cavalry Seed Company fell nearly 9%. Surma SGS Tech and Metropolis Healthcare declined by almost 7% and just over 5%, respectively. At the sector level, metals and mining led with an average gain close to 3%, supported by strong performances from several constituents. Automobiles and components, capital markets, and capital goods also outperformed, each averaging gains of around 2% or more. In capital goods, Cochin Shipyard, ITD Cementation, and Ercon International were among the top performers, up between 7% and 12%. In contrast, consumer staples and healthcare providers and services underperformed, both averaging less than 1% gains, with several stocks in these sectors among the day's biggest losers. That's it from the price action desk. Now back to the main segment.
Now let's dive into today's key corporate news. Here's a summary of the main developments: major investments in manufacturing and infrastructure, several board-approved business restructurings, and a busy earnings season across industrials, energy, and financials. Starting with business developments and investments, PTC Industries shares rose nearly 10% after opening its new titanium and superalloy materials plant and launching 6 projects in the Uttar Pradesh Defense Industrial Corridor. The facility is positioned as one of the world's largest titanium remelting plants for aerospace and defense. GE Vernova T&D announced a 140 crore rupees investment to expand grid technology manufacturing in India. Standard Glass Lining launched new glass-lined heat exchangers in partnership with Japan's AGI Group under a 20-year exclusive license. Brigade Enterprises acquired a 5.4-acre land parcel in Chennai for 442 crore rupees for premium residential development. Blue Jet Healthcare acquired an industrial plot at Dahej to expand manufacturing. Vodafone Idea launched 5G services in Delhi NCR, aiming for coverage across all 17 priority circles by August FY 2025. BASF India's board approved the demerger of its agricultural solutions business into a new listed entity. Shareholders will receive 1 share in the new company for every share held in BASF India. Aditya Birla Real Estate's board approved the sale of its pulp and paper business to ITC for 22.15 crore rupees and continues to divest its textile machinery business. Angel One's board approved the transfer of its broking and related businesses to a wholly owned subsidiary via a slump sale. MTAR Technologies secured 34 crore rupees in new orders from Bloom Energy and Rafael Advanced Defense. Kaplan Point Laboratories subsidiary received US FDA approval for haloperidol decanoate injection. Sami Hotels approved a 125 crore rupees investment in its subsidiary Ascent Hotels through a rights issue. Precision Wires India scheduled a board meeting on May 17th to consider a fundraising proposal. Moving to financial results and earnings highlights. Industrials and manufacturing. APAR. Industries reported Q4 revenue of 5,210 crore rupees and full-year revenue of 18,581 crore rupees, with Q4 profit after tax up 5.9% year-on-year. Dividend of 1 rupee per share recommended. Brigade Enterprises posted FY25 revenue of 5,314 crore rupees, up 5%, and profit after tax of 680 crore rupees, up 69%. Final dividend of 2.5 rupees per share. Garware High-Tech Films reported FY25 revenue up 25.8% and profit after tax up 62.9%. Final dividend of 12 rupees per share. RITES Limited reported a record order book of 8,877 crore rupees and FY25 profit after tax of 424 crore rupees. Final dividend of 2.65 rupees per share. Energy and utilities. Tata Power reported a 26% increase in profit after tax to 5,197 crore rupees for FY 2025, with revenue at an all-time high. Dividend of 2.25 rupees per share. Torrent Power's FY25 net profit rose 63% to 3,059 crore rupees, with revenue up 7%. Final dividend of 5 rupees per share. Pharma and healthcare. JB Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals posted a 12% increase in revenue and a 19% rise in profit after tax for FY 2025. EBITDA margin at 27.7%. Final dividend of 10 rupees per share. Blue Jet Healthcare reported a 44.7% increase in revenue and an 86.4% rise in profit after tax for FY25. Final dividend of 1.2 rupees per share. Kaplan Point Laboratories subsidiary received US FDA approval for haloperidol decanoate injection. Financials and banking. Karnataka Bank reported FY25 net profit of 1,272 crore rupees and improved asset quality. Final dividend of 5 rupees per share. Angel One's board approved the transfer of its broking business to a subsidiary. Other notable results. Eicher Motors posted a 14% increase in revenue and an 18% rise in profit after tax for FY25, with record motorcycle sales. Final dividend of 70 rupees per share. V-Guard Industries posted a 14.8% increase in revenue and a 21.8% rise in profit after tax for FY 2025. Final dividend of 150%. In leadership and board changes, All Cargo Logistics announced the resignation of Chief Financial Officer Deepal Shah, with Chief Strategy Officer Ravi Jakar appointed as Director Strategy and Group Chief Financial Officer. Kirloskar Brothers appointed Bhavesh Cheda as Chief Financial Officer and Pradyumna Vyas as Independent Director. Sheela Foam's CEO Nilesh Mazumdar resigned, with Tushar Gautam assuming full responsibilities. NTPC Green Energy, Railtel Corporation, and RITES Limited announced new independent director appointments. PDS Limited's Group General Counsel Ajay Thakur stepped down, with responsibilities assigned to Abhishek Kanoi. Brigade Enterprises appointed BMP & Co. LLP as secretarial auditors. Blue Jet Healthcare appointed Payal Gandhi as senior management personnel. Kirloskar Oil Engines reappointed Gauri Kirloskar as managing director. BSE Limited reappointed Sumit Bose as independent director. JB Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals appointed Ashwani Kumar Puri as additional independent director. Other noteworthy updates. Yes, Bank announced that Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation will acquire a 20% stake, becoming the largest shareholder. Polycab India reported record FY25 revenue, maintaining its position in the Indian electrical industry. Wipro announced a digital transformation partnership with Hachette UK. Hindustan Unilever received regulatory no objection for its proposed scheme of arrangement with Quality Walls. That's it for today's Perivis Brief. If you found it useful, feel free to pass it along to someone who might too. See you tomorrow.